Hello everyone, and welcome back to our sessions here on using Google Slides. Remember, this is an introduction course to Google Slides. So we talked a little bit already about creating and naming a slide and also how to navigate through all of this menu options. And again, some of these we're going to dive into in later videos and course offerings where we do more advanced aspects. Okay, so at this particular time, I really want to focus on, I think, a really important part of Google Slides, which is also an important part of all Google products, is the ability to share and the ability to work on slides collaboratively. Okay, so I think it's a really important function. All right, so right now I'm in a Google slide, and it's the ones I use with my students on different aspects of an historical work by a man named David Hackett Fisher, who wrote a book about Washington's crossing of the Delaware. So this is a base way to guide discussions in our class with this particular slideshow. Okay. Now, if I wanted to share this with a colleague, or if this was a student project of students working on a collaborative slideshow together, this is very easy to do. It's just the way we do with all our Google products. There's always a share button. So I clicked on share, and right now I'm using my organization's Google domain, which means that anybody in my domain is already in this email bank. So I can just start typing different people, and it brings up students, it brings up teachers, and I can just scroll through the list of people that I want to basically share with. Okay, I'm actually going to share this with myself though, and I believe my name is in here as just my professional email is in there. So I'm just going to type it in manually. And there it is at Gmail. Okay, and then my other icon pops up. And you can add a note, maybe explain what this is all about, a project, and then you can send it. But you can also change the sharing ability. So right now this person can edit. Now maybe you only want that person to comment. You don't want them to have the ability to actually edit the slide. They can comment. Or you're saying, here, I got this great slideshow, just take a look at it, but I don't want you to comment, just view it. They can view only, okay? So that's one way to actually share it out. The other way, if you don't want to send it via email, is you can just actually send a link or post a link somewhere. Now, right now the default is, here's the link, get shareable link, anybody can view it. Right? Now, usually if you're using your business or your school's domain, it might default to only that business or that school domain's clients or students or faculty. But you can always change it. You go to more, and I said anyone with the link can now view it. See, down here you have the option. But maybe you want to make it anyone within the link can comment or edit. Now, it's a little bit risky because if that link gets out there beyond the people you want it to have, anybody who has the link can mess around, change, alter your work. So you got to be careful. So you can kind of change it and share it as you wish. Okay. So I'm going to go back to that one. I'm going to send it to myself. Okay, which is fine. And it's here. This will pop up if you are using a work or school or education domain. So that email that I put in is outside the domain. It's saying, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm saying, yes, I am. And it's going to send that now. Okay, so now that person actually shares it. So right now, because I'm also in my personal account, the notifications come up right away that this person shared with me a particular Google Drive aspect. Now, here's the situation. I am now in this is my email. This is my professional email that I use to share out from. If I switch it up and I go to my drive, this is my personal drive, the one I shared it to, and I go shared with me, all right, and this will be there. Let me just refresh it. Should have been shared with me already. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. I don't see it yet. But it will pop up eventually, hopefully. And let me do it by shared date. That's interesting. Not seeing it yet, but it will. And I will see that presentation, the Fisher presentation, right here. The only reason why I think I might not see it here is because this presentation was already in a shared folder that I already shared with myself. So I might not get that in my shared settings because I already have it here, which is not a big deal. Okay, so there we go. So let me go back to that presentation I was working on. Okay, now, so that person I shared with myself. That's one way you can share with other people. Okay, now I want to show if you were all working on it together though, collaboratively. So I'm editing. I could change the names here. What happens if the other person came on that particular slide at the same time? So what I just did is I logged into a different device, and you can't see what I'm doing here, but now that green cursor, this is actually me. It shows my name, but this is the account that I shared it with. So now I'm not actually touching my computer, I'm touching the other computer right now, and I can do space, and I'm editing. So I'm actually watching myself edit this Google slide on a different computer, right? So that's how you would see it. So if our students or colleagues are actually working on this together, they'll know exactly who's on which slide and who's working and who's editing and who's sharing, which is great. Now from a teacher standpoint or from a work standpoint, if you want to keep track of colleagues or students working on slides, again, you can always go to the revision history. And when you go to the revision history, it will actually show you who's been working on this slide. So right now, it's always been me. The colors are very close, but it will actually show you different colors of who's working on this, different names of people. So you'll know exactly who did what work on this particular slideshow and when they actually did the work, which is super helpful at keeping track of accountability of who is working on a particular project. So those are some great aspects. Now, the commenting feature is also really nice as well. So I can offer a comment, and there's my icon, right, about a particular part of the slideshow. Okay, so maybe I want to comment over here. Maybe I say, I'm going to highlight. Okay, I'm going to go to my comment buttons. Okay, and I can go to comments over here. I can add a comment. And now I'm going to comment about this particular part of the slideshow. So there's the comment button right there. Now, let me comment from a different computer. All right. And let me go to this one, and let me go to comments. And I'm going to make a comment right now about this particular, here's the reason why. I want to go to my other account. Sorry about that. So here we go. Let me comment. Now I'm on this particular Google slideshow in the other account that I created. I'm trying to show you some of the different sharing aspects here. And here you go. So now look at my icon came up in a different account. So it shows you that I am on this particular slideshow, right, from a different computer. And this is a person who's working on this. And you might have 6, 7, 8 people on this. It will all come stacking up. And when you're working with students or colleagues, you'll see who's working on it and when they're working on it. So from this different computer, let me go to that particular slide that we're on, and I'll click right here next to the D in Delaware, and it shows me pink. And there's this, there I am, and that's where the other person is on this particular slide. So I can space out of here, and I can delete some things. All right. And it will show that I'm actually working on this. I also now might comment. Okay, I'm going to add a comment over here. All right, I'm going to add a comment from a different computer or a different account. Great job. I'm going to do comment. Okay, so look at that, just popped up. So I'm pretending, I'm trying to model for you how it would work if someone else on a different machine, a different device, and a different location was working on this, and you would see these comments pop up. And then you could actually, I could actually link to this comment. I can reply to the comment myself, and then you would basically, have a conversation about this slide outside of the actual slide, which is wonderful, right? Great way to work together, great way to collaborate. And that's really, really useful. So I hope some of the sharing has made some sense, and the way you would work on this collaboratively with other people in a group, on a team, or with fellow colleagues or with fellow students. All right. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.